How's it going? Thought I'd do something a little bit different here. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm not out on my motorbike as it's winter, and I've not actually currently got a bike. I passed my full bike test a couple of months ago, and I'm currently saving up over winter to get a new bike in spring. A big bike, but more news to come on that soon. In the meantime, I thought I'd share some of the esports, motorsports content I've been doing recently. It's mostly the iRacing on my G29 wheel, a bit of MotoGP 23 and some ride, but I'm pretty open to any motorsport games that you guys can recommend, so do let me know if there's something worth checking out. This race is on iRacing. It's in the rookie MX-5 CUP. It's my third ever race online, with my previous results being a P10 and P8, both having spins on lap 1 in both of them. So my goal for this race really was to keep all four wheels on the track facing the right way with as few instant points as possible. In iRacing, you basically get an I rating, which is kind of how quick you are, how well you perform, and you also get a safety rating, which is how many incidents you cause, are a part of, how regularly you leave the track, and just basically how kind of clean your driving is. So my goal was to try and keep it as clean and as safe as possible while trying to pick up a decent result. I'm pretty slow, all things considered, at this game, but I figured at least while I'm starting, that's probably better to be slightly slow. Come up to hairpin corner here, come around there. I'm currently, I think, running in about P7, I think I've taken a position, following moving up around Revolver corner and Piper, and we'll keep it moving. But yeah, so my goal is, this was basically one of the best races I've had so far. The other ones I had spins, and then I sort of just drove my own race, kept it mostly clean after the lap 1 incident, didn't really see anyone, whereas this one I kind of was having some decent battles with quite a few people. Obviously, if you can't tell, I am the white and kind of yellowy green car number 9 there, yeah, we have some good battles. I think, like I say, I'm currently running, I think, in P7 or P6. It updates at the end of each lap. You can tell, or maybe even P5. So I've made some good positions straight off the track, coming down the main straight here towards turn 1. This section I'm not too great at, but you can see there's a lot going on. I've skipped actually, so we're back to hairpin corner and coming around Revolver shortly. As you can see, the car in front of me, number 6, is I'm closing down on him. We have a good battle later on. Me and him, I think he's probably a bit quicker than me over a lap, but seems to make a couple more mistakes than I do. I tried to keep it a bit more consistent than he has, so we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, so far just trying to keep it as clean and as safe as possible is the goal. But yeah, iRacing is good. It's tricky on the wheel, it's tricky to keep it clean, it's tricky not to spin, getting your inputs right. I'm definitely going kind of too slowly at the moment to be competitive. I think in a race I'm averaging about a 149 to 150 lap time. I do build on this over the session, which I'm pretty happy with under kind of race conditions. But yeah, it's definitely quite tricky. Some of the people out there goes number 6 into the wall. See him there in my rear view mirror. So he comes back into the fight. So he's not over. He's definitely someone who I have a good little battle with throughout this race. But yeah, so we're coming through here. Whereabouts are we? I'm still learning. Redman is this corner, so we come through Redman into this section, which is called Hobbs, before the last 2 corners, which are Mike Knight, and then I don't know, last corner doesn't seem to have a name. We're in the Japanese circuit of Okayama at the moment, which is a really cool track. I've been really enjoying doing this in the MX-5. It's a nice corner, a nice track. Sorry. Home straight again. You see, I'm building on these laps, kind of lap on, lap out. I'm feeling more confident, but it's a fine margin. I don't want to over push it. But I'm enjoying motorsport racing a lot on the computer while it's cold. It's a good way to do. I appreciate it's not motorbike content. It's not going to be for everyone. So no worries, but I think I'm going to do it just because it's fun to have it all in one place. Actually, setting new fastest laps here, just skipping through a few of the laps because a few of these are quite uneventful, sort of trying to build up, get a bit more confident, and just keep pushing forward is the general plan. Some bikes going by outside actually. and yeah, I've got a few mates who've got computers and have some racing games, so I'm trying to drag them into it, and we'll do some. I'm thinking I might do a career mode, a championship on GP23. I thought that might be quite a fun little series to do while it's wintry and coldy, so maybe I'll do that as well as some more stuff on this, but we'll see how I get on. This blue car you can see here is actually a lapped car. He has been taken it pretty slow. He goes pretty defensive on me, as you'll see when I come to make the move, which I think is a little bit cheeky given that he's being lapped, but I lose a little bit of time being stuck behind him, as I'm sure most people do. But yeah, as you can see, he sort of sits in the middle a little bit and then sort of moves out to the right to sort of block me a little bit, which is a shame, but luckily I can go a little bit wide and try and take the inside line into turn 1. As you can see, I am a little bit later than he is on the brakes, making it around the corner, no problem at all. You can start to see in the background there the black and white car of number 6, who I mentioned that I do have a good battle with a little bit later, as we come through past Williams and through Moss up towards the outward curve. This is where I spun in my second race on lap 1. I'm not great at this. You can get back on the throttle a lot earlier than you think, because it's quite like a wide kind of corner and you can really kind of gas it up the hill if you get the timing right. I'm not great at it, and I do lose a bit of time on a few of my laps there, but not too bad. As you can see, the white flag's out, so this is the final lap, and as you can see in my rear view mirror, number 6 is on me chuff. He's right behind me, so I'm thinking, God, worst case scenario, I spin and I lose it all. I don't want that. I'd rather come 5th and scrap it out for 4th, but keep my driving clean and non-spinny. But at the same time, I don't want to just give the position away. So really trying to battle it out, and we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, for the final time, coming through the Moss S section towards the outward curve, trying to get on the brakes again, sort of mess this section up, especially compared to him. I go a little bit wide, leaving the door open on the inside. You can see he's pushing right up against me. He is on my right side. Luckily, I do seem to get a little bit of a run somehow on the outside, but you can see we're virtually side by side. I think I'm ever so slightly ahead, but he does have the inside, and when a car is more than half a car's length behind you, you do have to give them the inside space, and I wanted to make sure that I was racing cleanly. You can see we come around the outside of hairpin corner towards Revolver, and he has got ahead, so I had to see the position, but I thought that's fine. We might be able to get a toe off him. We've got, I think 4 more corners to get this position back, so I knew I just had to keep it straight, keep it clean, and hope he made a mistake, and we'll see how that goes. So we're coming around Redmond at the moment towards Hobbs. I'm thinking little mistake there, it's not looking good, but I wanted to make sure I finished, to say the least. However, to get a better exit out of Hobbs towards Mike Knight, coming around Mike Knight, hitting that curb, taking off, giving it absolutely everything here, and you can see the distance is being closed. It is real nail-biting finish, and the better finish coming out of the last corner. We're chasing him along, and it's wheel to wheel. It's so close. He squeezes me, as you're gonna do, and he just wins it by an absolute hair. I'll just switch to my perspective here so you can see how I got on, but yeah, this was the most fun I've had. I didn't go at the position. I think I finished P5 in the end, but it was clean racing all the way to the line, and one of my favourites. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let me know if you did enjoy it. Let me know what other games I can play. Thanks.